Happy Saturday, everyone. I'm gonna let people come in here and then I will go ahead and get started. I seriously need music for this shit. I really do not have a topic specifically for this, but I'm just mainly wanting to add mods. I pretty much cleaned out my entire mod crew except for one. I just don't want mods that are embroiled in his side of the hemisphere. And please, if you're gonna be all up in the bushes, just say hi. Make sure to change your chat from top chat to live chat. Sorry if I'm being quiet, I'm just waiting for people to get on here. I'm only going to be up on here till 6:45. And if this does not wind up being successful, I will go ahead and try again tomorrow. I was going to try and do this earlier, but my wrist today has just been killing me. I hate this time of year. I have two people and they're just hiding in the bushes. Hey, the Dark Magician. Glad you could be here. I'm only going to be on here for another half hour. My mom typically has dinner ready at 7 o'clock. And I have to wash the table for dinner. Poker. That's a game that I no longer know how to play. Because I suck and brain injuries are hard. I'm basically just here to see if I can add a few more mods. Alright, there's 3 people. One I know, and two hiding in the bushes. Yeah, I really don't have too many opportunities to socialize in the real world. I refuse to expose myself to the Fiesta crowd. Just so y'all know, I do have a few ground rules. We don't talk about substances. We don't say the C word. It's the Fiesta crud and no discrimination. If I see you doing any of that, I will either remove the chat or I will not allow you to come up and panel. I know some people, they have their pet names for the C virus, but mine is the Fiesta crud. There is this saying, one in the hand is worth two in the bush. So I guess I have one in the hand and two in the bush. The animals are good. I had to feed and water the bunnies earlier and lock up the chickens. Got a few eggs. Yesterday I took a long walk out in the field to spend some time with my steer. He gave me a nuzzle, but no kisses. All right, we got one in the hand and now three in the bush. Say hi and get out of the bush. Your daddy is not Billy Brown, so stay out of the bush. All right, one in the hand and four in the bush. Yeah, my steer, his name is Booger. He is a white-faced Angus. I am sure he probably would have gave me a kiss, but I had no apples. My booger loves some apples. He loves pears too, but primarily apples. The reason why today's stream is called Super Social Saturday is because today there's been a lot of socializing on YouTube. Some good and a lot of not so good. And sorry if I pause for a while in between sentences, but I'd rather pause for a bit than be one of those people that are like, um, you know. That's just not how I roll. Yeah, that's for sure, the Dark Magician. I've just listened to a lot of criticism about people and the way they speak. And that's just, I don't want to be one of those people. I'm hoping to speak to a couple of friends that do music and see about getting a intro and outro recorded. I'm trying to figure out if the Sith code is copyrighted, because if it's not, I plan on doing a little bit of music to the Sith code. I play a lot of Star Wars: The Old Republic, and I primarily stick to the Sith Empire. And there I did numb. Oh well. I'll get better. I know a lot of people that have been on YouTube for years, and they still repeatedly do um 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 it just drives me nuts. And one of these days I'll start doing the fancy stuff like sharing my screen, sharing receipts. I'm just not quite there yet. I need someone to like take me under their wing like an apprentice and show me the ways. So one of these days I'll get all fancy schmancy. And my dad just got home, so I apologize for any noises in the background. I'm doing this on my big PC because I'd rather sit in my own chair. Maybe tomorrow I can do this a bit earlier. I'd like to figure out if I share my screen, if I can actually play some SWOTOR and show y'all what I do, what it's about. I'd love it if maybe some of y'all would like to join me in SWOTOR. I will add a link in the description after this is over, and so you have it to download the game. I'll also provide a Discord link in the description as well, so that if y'all want, y'all can join my guilds. I am in the process of resurrecting them. I basically retired them so that I could be a member of a larger community that had its own guilds, but yeah, things went to hell in a handbasket and I discharged. I won't say why I discharged much, but one of the reasons is censorship and a little bit of control. But I don't want to get into the details. But it's a bit of a shame because I became their social media person and I was looking forward to brushing off some of my skills and using them and becoming a bit more productive with them. All right, I am down to 1. I just shared the link in a friend's server. See if maybe that drags in a few more people. I don't know what's for dinner yet. My mom doesn't always say beforehand. Sometimes she just free balls it. Yes, it is. And with where I live, there's not many opportunities for going out to eat. And I don't eat a lot of fast food anyways. It's just not good for me. Yeah, I like to cook too. I'm I'm really coming into my own when it comes to cooking. I know how to do a good roasted chicken. I know how to do a good pork roast. My ex-husband taught me how to make a excellent spaghetti. I can make a killer chicken soup. I typically cook on Wednesday nights. Then on the weekends, my dad and my brother rotates one night on the weekends. We try to give my mom 2 days off a week. I'm actually considering taking on an additional night a week. And I'm going to turn the banner on so that maybe we can get some donations to the Scleroderma Foundation. If you don't know anything about the foundation, go back to my older videos and you'll see a video about Bob Saget's sister, Gay Saget, and her fight with scleroderma. My grandmother passed away in 2009 from it, so it's a cause that's very near and dear to my heart. And I'm sure after this stream is over, it's probably going to get chopped up, put together, and exploited. They're probably going to continue their narrative that I'm a male to female transgendered individual. I can't make this shit up. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard or that I've ever been accused of. It's actually quite funny. Just make this make sense to me. I've given birth more than once. And I still have all my girly parts, with the exception of the oven. Had to yank the oven out of this kitchen. The oven was doing me no good. No good at all. After I had my daughter, it done served its purpose. I don't have to worry about unwanted pregnancies, and I don't have those pesky monthly interruptions. I could have as much fun as I want, when I want, and there's no consequences. And tomorrow, when my ex-husband comes over to drop the kids off from his weekend of parenting time, I'll let him know the colossal joke. And if you're wondering why I'm calling it parenting time, it's because it is parenting time. When you get divorced and you have your kids for your weekends, it's not supposed to be a visit. You're supposed to contribute to the parenting of the child. On his weekends, he actually makes sure that the kids are showered and bathed and ready for the week of school. My ex-husband and I may have had a nasty divorce, but we are flawless co-parenters. And not only can I count on him for anything when it comes to the kids, there has been an occasion or two where I've been in the hospital and he's actually picked me up from the hospital and drove me home, because when they put you on certain medications at the hospital, you can't drive home. And my car was already there, so his now wife drove him to the hospital and he drove my car home. He and my dad are actually the two only people besides myself that drove that particular car. That's the same car that I got into a very serious car accident in about 6 years ago. Next month is the 6th anniversary of the accident. I'm usually a complete mess this time of year, but I seem to be doing better this year. probably because I've started driving more and more with taking the kids to school, because their bus time up here to get on the bus in the mornings is 6. Yes, 6. SIX. 14 in the morning. And they start class at 8:15 in the morning. So that's almost 2 hours on the bus. And I'm not torturing everybody with a 5:30 wake up time, so I get up and then I wake up, coffee, I futz around a little bit on my phone, and then I drive them in. And now I only have one, and I know this one is not in the bush. I'll keep this going for another 10 minutes. Then I'm going to have to get off here and go clean off the table for dinner. I'm just sending a message over to my Twitter. Like I said, I'm probably going to do this again tomorrow. I just really need to get a larger mod team so that I'm not overwhelming just one person. Yeah, I know. At the start, I really just want my core group of people that I either watch or I mod for on other channels. I don't necessarily want a lot of mods. I want loyal mods. I need to be able to trust people. I don't want any mods that are embroiled in Mr. Hey, this man's had a sex change. Ugh. Just, ugh. I distributed 2 pictures to be passed around so that they had proof. And either it hasn't been distributed by the person I gave them to, or it has been, but it doesn't fit into their narrative because their narrative is just not give a flying fuck. I'm tired of these people that have to maintain narratives that are dishonest, disingenuous, inauthentic, outright fake, and slanderous. I have no room in my life for fake people or liars. I have been accused of being a liar. I have been accused of not having receipts to back up my statements. People are just slimy, outright slimy, grimy. They look out for just themselves. They don't give a flying fuck about the greater good. They'd rather be embroiled in a scandal than put out genuine content. And that is exactly what I'm trying to do, my friend. And you've seen the screenshots of all this sex change scandal. Hell, I think at dinner tonight I'm gonna let my parents know about this. See their see eh, get their opinions. See what they think. It's probably going to be rather amusing. Sorry for the keyboard tattering. A friend was just checking in with me to see if I was okay. And I sent him the link to see if he might want to get on here. My mom's running a little bit behind on getting dinner on, so I might be able to stay on here a little bit longer. And I swear, all these stupid notifications. I'm not talking about like YouTube notifications, I'm talking about basic Windows notifications. I've got so many websites that have to give me notifications. It's quite ridiculous and perpetual. Actually, I just realized I've got to get a couple things done. Um, I will be back on here tomorrow. I don't know what time. I'm going to try and shoot for 2 p.m. That way, I'm not clipping into time with my kids because they'll be home tomorrow. And I want to have a little bit of game time in the morning. I've got to get some people added to my guild. But Mr. Dark Magician, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me, and I really appreciate it. And on that note, y'all know the drill. Have a great night. Have a good night's sleep. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.